I'm Ben and welcome to QuizAmp. Just 55 questions stand between you and the star questions and your chance to become a QuizAmp quiz champ. If you're new to the quiz, let me quickly explain how we play. Score 50 points or more from the rounds and then face the star questions. If you can score 50 or more, you'll have a choice. Take on just one star question, beat it, and become a QuizAmp champ. Or take on all 3 star questions, and if you can get them all right, you'll be a mega quiz champ, the ultimate QuizAmp title. Use a pen and paper to keep your score, or just play along for fun. So there'll be 7 rounds of 5 questions plus a bonus round before we get to those star questions. The first round is multiple choice, so for the multiple choice rounds, give yourself 2 points if you know the answer before I give you any choices, or 1 point if you need the choices. Our first round is at the beach, so let's play the first round. What does SPF on sunscreen stand for? Your options for 1 point are skin protection formula, sun protection factor, or solar protection filter. The correct one there, sun protection factor. Which beach in Florida is known as the birthplace of speed for its early land speed racing history? Miami Beach, Clearwater Beach, or Daytona Beach? That would be Daytona Beach. Who had a 90s hit with the song Lifted? And what's this got to do with the beach? The options are the Lighthouse Family, the Beach Boys, or Aqua. That's by the Lighthouse Family. Which sport originated in Polynesia with evidence dating back to the 12th century? Beach volleyball, surfing, or sand yachting? That is, surfing. Beach volleyball became an official Olympic sport in which decade? The 1970s, 80s, or 90s? That was in the 1990s. For each of the next 5 questions, I'll give you 2 clues to fictional locations. If you can guess the correct answer from the first clue, give yourself 2 points. If you need the second clue, it's 1 point. I wonder how many of these you'll know. Let's see. It's a magical land accessed through a wardrobe. Ruled by Aslan, a talking lion, and a white witch. That is Narnia. A fantasy world containing Mordor, Rivendell, and the Shire. It's the setting of Lord of the Rings. That is Middle-earth. It's a Highland castle founded by 2 wizards and 2 witches. This cliffside school overlooks a lake and is surrounded by the Forbidden Forest. That is Hogwarts. A place first described by Greek philosopher Plato. Said to be located beyond the Pillars of Hercules or Heracles. That is Atlantis. A Himalayan paradise where people are said to live for centuries. From the 1933 novel Lost Horizon, and now a common term for any earthly utopia. That is Shangri-La. Round 3 is mystery items. It's a picture round, see how many of these you can identify. There's no clues, so it's just 2 points if you know the answer. Let's play. So have a good look. What is this? That's an old fire alarm bell. And what about this? That's a telephone. And this one? An old torch. And can you tell what this is? That's a camera. And the final one, any ideas? That is a hurdy-gurdy. So just for fun, if you got hurdy-gurdy wrong there, then drop hurdy-gurdy in the comments down below. And I'll be honest, before I found that picture, I'd never seen one either. Our next round is give me two. So for each question here, you'll have 15 seconds to give me two correct answers. Now there could be more than two correct answers, but it's a maximum of 2 points, one for each that you give. If you need a bit more time to check the answers, then just pause the video. So let's play Give Me Two. So give me two of the big three artists of the High Renaissance. Here are your answers. Two Asian countries, starting with the letter M. Two astronauts that have walked on the moon, excluding Neil Armstrong. There's quite a few of these, so just pause the video if you need time to check your answers. Two chambers of the human heart. They are. And two of the 6 original female titans, or titanesses, in Greek mythology. Okay, so before we play the next round, if you organise or host events, or maybe manage a community, then I've got a quick question for you. Would you like a fast and simple way to run interactive quizzes with your audience? Because creating quizzes doesn't have to be hard work. Tigerform's quiz mode can make it super simple for you, and they're the sponsor of today's video. So using Tigerform's quiz mode, you can easily make a quiz for your next event. For example, a 50-question 70s music quiz can be as simple as typing in your topic and pressing generate form. Wait a few moments and there's your quiz. And then all you need to do is share a QR code and everybody scans it and joins instantly. There's no downloads, they just scan and start. And it even automatically grades the quizzes for you, so you don't need to do any marking. There's a free version for you to try out for yourself. Just scan the QR code on the screen here or use the link in the description down below and pin comment. It has tons of additional features, so go check it out and add fun interactive quizzes to your next event. Now it's time for the next round, which is Guess the Animal by its outline. These are worth 2 points each. Let's play. So can you guess what it is? A fairly easy one to start. That's a goat. This one's not so easy. Do you know what it's called? That is a tapir. And that's not a giant beach slug, that is an elephant seal. And what about this one? That is a warthog. And your final one to guess? That is a lemur. Round 6, the questions are all related to endings. These are multiple choice, so again 2 points if you know the answer before I give you the options, 1 point with the options. Let's play endings. Where does the New York City Marathon traditionally finish? Your options are Central Park, Brooklyn Bridge or Times Square. The answer, Central Park. Which treaty marked the formal end of World War I? The Treaty of Versailles, Paris or Vienna? The answer, the Treaty of Versailles. In golf, which hole is the bar or clubhouse referred to as? The 13th, 19th or 21st? The answer is the 19th. Which term is used for a theatrical tradition where actors return for final applause? Is that a final act, curtain call or exit bow? It is a curtain call. Which movie features the final line, "Roads, where we're going, we don't need roads"? The Terminator, The Wizard of Oz or Back to the Future? That's from Back to the Future. Round 7 is another multiple choice round and the subject is random knowledge. Skull Island is the fictional home of which character? Tarzan, King Kong or Robinson Crusoe? The answer is King Kong. Pete Best was the original drummer for which band? The Rolling Stones, the Beatles or the Beach Boys? The answer, the Beatles. The word algebra is derived from which language? Greek, Latin or Arabic? That's from Arabic. Which acid was introduced by Joseph Lister as the first antiseptic in surgery? Acetic, carbolic or lactic? The correct one, carbolic acid. What type of animal is a common loon? Is it a bird, a fish or a reptile? It is a bird. So remember, your challenge is to score 50 points or more, but don't worry because up next we have the bonus round, your chance to earn 20 extra points. These are worth 1 point each and we'll review the answers when we get to the end. They're fairly rapid fire, so just pause the video if you need more time. Let's play the bonus round. China's population is increasing or decreasing? Brendan Fraser won the Oscar for Best Actor for The Whale or The Mummy? Robusta beans make which drink? Which legendary creature was a cephalopod-like sea monster? Which season are you least likely to have hay fever? What is the Spanish equivalent of George? How many years did Queen Victoria reign? 23 or 63? Which has a primordial pouch? A lion or gorilla? How is the decimal number 2 written in binary? 01 or 10? Cunard is associated with luxury cruises or budget hotels. Bond theme tune No Time to Die is by Adele or Billie Eilish? What country is Casio Computer Company from? Is Easter Sunday a fixed date on the calendar, yes or no? Bonza Aviation was a low-cost carrier based in Australia or South Africa? Hulkamania is associated with pro wrestling or pro surfing? The E in ETA stands for what? Which are low-frequency radio waves, microwaves or long waves? What colour is Marge Simpson's hair? Did the Roman Empire conquer sub-Saharan Africa, yes or no? Who is known as the Naked Chef, Jamie Oliver or Gordon Ramsay? Okay, they weren't too bad, were they? Let's check the answers and see how many points you've picked up. China's population is decreasing. He won Best Actor for The Whale. Robusta beans make coffee. That sea monster, the Kraken. Least likely to have hay fever in winter. Spanish for George, Jorge. Queen Victoria reigned 63 years. Which has a primordial pouch, a lion. 2 is written in binary as 10. Cunard, that's luxury cruises. No Time to Die is by Billie Eilish. Casio is from Japan. Easter Sunday is not a fixed date. Bonza Aviation was in Australia. Hulkamania is pro wrestling. The E stands for estimated. Low frequency radio waves are long waves. Marge Simpson's hair is blue. The Roman Empire did not conquer sub-Saharan Africa. And the naked chef is Jamie Oliver. And now it's time to face the final challenge of the quiz, which is the 3-star questions. Let's have a look at what the topics are for this week. We have people, famous art and mythology. So you can choose to pick one or all 3 of those. If you pick one and get it correct, then you're a Quizamp Quiz Champ. If you do go for all 3, you have to get all 3 correct, then you will be a Quizamp Mega Champ, the ultimate Quizamp title. So, are you going for Quizamp or Mega Champ? Here are your final star questions. Which renowned broadcaster and natural historian turned 100 on the 8th of May 2026? How many people are in Grant Wood's painting American Gothic? Frigg was the wife of which Norse god? Okay, so before I reveal the final answers, I'd just like to thank everybody who supported the channel by buying the Quizamp Quiz Champ or Mega Champ mugs. There's a link in the description down below if you'd like to get yours. So let's check those answers and see how you did. The renowned broadcaster and natural historian, Sir David Attenborough. In Grant Wood's American Gothic, there are 2 people. And Frigg was the wife of Odin. One final question, do you also play the quizzes over on my second channel, Quizzes for You? If you haven't checked that out yet, I'll put a link to a video that I think you'll enjoy on the screen here. Thanks for playing, I hope to see you again soon.